Okay, welcome back to Diecast Customs. We're working on the Goliath truck. We're going to start on the interior. I've already got one of the seats pretty much made. I got a stud for my seat. I've got my floor pan made. So we're going to have to get another seat made and another stem. I'm going to show you how to do that. I've already got my floor pan, which will fit in here, and my backstop, which will fit in here. All this will be painted black for the black on the interior, because the interior in Goliath was pretty much all black. You couldn't see inside the sleeper because of a curtain that they had up there. It was like almost like a black leather looking curtain. But we're going to get the other seat made. I've already got it sketched out, and basically all I done was cut it out. I kind of shaped it and just scored it in here good with my Dremel tool to where I could bend it and get it to the shape that I want it. And I just cut my seat post out, and it's made out of just an old piece of it's like a plastic clothes hanger from Walmart. This stuff works pretty good for, you know, little odds and ends stuff like making stacks on some of the trucks. The stacks on this truck will actually be made out of some of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the other seat cut out and shaped, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So with this, I've already got my line set to score, and I'm going to kind of start there and move towards the top of the seat. Then that way I don't go too far into my seat this way. And it's basically going to take probably about twice the thickness of that cutter to get it where it needs to be able to bend it up. You just want to be really careful with this and make sure you don't cut all the way through. Okay, I got my seat scored. And see how it's not bending all the way up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up this way a little bit deeper. Almost there, need just a touch more. Alright, I think that's pretty much going to do it for that. Get this outside shape. Now what I'm going to do before I glue my seats down I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there just to be on the safe side to make sure it's going to hold. But I pretty much got my seats. Now, with this, all I want to do is come right here, and I'm going to take this and just kind of give it a little pinch around. Then I'm going to come in. Get that taken off with a Dremel. Now, I got my seat posts and my seats fixed. I'm going to set them about where I want them, and I'm just going to mark it, because this truck's actually got a, with the cab overs, they had a hump in them, so I'm going to have to build a piece to go in here. And probably what I'm going to do is just take some the plastic card. It'll be a little bit easier to work with than trying to bend all this right here. Something I can pretty much cut with a pair of scissors, and that's what we're going to head to next. All right, so what I'm going to do here is, I know where my seats are going to sit. So basically, I'm going to come in here and set this. My seats are going to be probably about that high. So we're going to come here like this. And we're kind of going to do like an origami thing with this. We're going to draw it out where we can make a box. So we're going to say it's going to go about like this. Now, we're going to say a ½ inch off each side. Alright. And we basically want it to go to right along in here. So and we come up with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors, Now, I'm going to take and fold these. And it's going to take some gluing and a little bit of shaping. But I'm going to have my center console part to make the interior look a little bit more realistic. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all these parts glued together and show you what the final product looks like. We pretty much got our interior glued together. So basically this is going to sit right inside of the truck. So we're going to get this painted, but we're not going to glue it in yet because I've still got to put the glass in the truck and I want to get it painted before I do that. Basically what I'm going to use for that is just it's a 2-liter Pepsi bottle or Coke bottle, any clear plastic 2-liter bottle. And pretty much we're going to shape it, but that's going to give us our windows. We've still got to make a visor for this. With this, I'm going to use the plastic card again. So I'm going to kind of measure it, give myself a little bit on each side. This stuff shapes pretty easy. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to shape this to make our visor. And I think we're going to need to cut it down just a little bit more because these trucks did not have a very big visor on them. Now with this, once I get this shape, pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and round these corners off. And get them where they're pretty much symmetrical. Kind of see where I'm at. looks pretty good. We're going to basically take a cigarette lighter, just a regular cigarette lighter, because it does not take a whole lot of heat to mold this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my sides set about where they need to be. Just run that over it a couple of times. Pull it over. Just kind of let it run. And basically it will pretty much make my visor sides for me. So now that I've got that one, we're going to come on this side. Give it just a little bit of heat and do basically the same thing. Now that we've got that, we'll get our visor set about where we want it. And I'm actually going to take and completely round that off. Like that. Get it rounded. Now, all we need just a little bit of glue. Get it set in place. And try not to do like I do and glue your fingers to everything. And basically, that's going to give you your visor. I'm going to need another little drop of glue right here to get that down. That side there is pretty good. Okay. So there's our visor. Now, we got a few more little odds and ends things that we're going to do to this cab. I'm going to make the little door handles. I'm going to get the other doors burnt in, and then we're going to get to building the grill guard and the front bumper and everything for this truck. And that will probably be in our next video. And I just want to say thanks and God bless.